Good morning, folks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, because it is evening somewhere. Thank you guys for coming through to my Wisdom Wednesday show. I have an absolutely incredible show for you guys today. I'm getting goosebumps all over me just thinking about it right now. And I believe that I've got a word that's going to bless you today. I know that this word has truly, truly blessed me. My shows are usually about what's going on with me or what I'm feeling today. You know, many times it's just whatever the Spirit of God has on me at that moment. And most of the time I do have to go over and get into prayer and just ask God what he would want me to share. But on this morning when I woke up, I normally have a routine that I go through, and I normally read my word first thing in the morning. So I can get some vision about where I'm going. That's one of the things I do almost every day, if not every day, is I go to get some guidance. And many times there are some scriptures that I put up. And if you guys have looked at my page today, you will get an idea of what I'm getting ready to talk about. This is I believe this show is the one I've been waiting to hear from God. Okay, this show is going to be incredible, because I believe God is speaking to me. He has been speaking to me. And I do want to just go ahead and get into it real quick. I know that we're going to kind of wait for a few more people to show up today because I believe that this is going to be very profound. I think the only person with me right now is my assistant, Bella. And thank you, Bella, for what you do. But today I have a word for you. I have a word that I know that you want to hear. I know that I've been praying to hear this word. All the time. I've been expecting to hear this word, and today I got it. You know, I got something that I really believe that we can put our finger on, and it's going to give us an insight about what God is doing. We see how ugly the day is today. I'm just sitting here looking out my window, and it's a very ugly day. But even in the ugliness of the day, we know that God is still in control, and he has a word. And I just want to share this word with you guys today. And I can tell you, I can feel the Spirit of the Lord all over me, even right now, as I'm just talking to you guys about it, because I believe that some things are getting ready to change. And here we go. September 9th, 2020. Can you sense the change in the spiritual atmosphere? Prepare to truly leave the past behind and embrace that which is being made ready for your future. You have endured difficulties of the present time and have trusted in me nonetheless. That trust will be rewarded. Continue to stand strong in faith. 2 Chronicles 15:7. But you be strong and do not let your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. I'm going to read it one more time because I'm getting even misty even thinking about it. You know, what God is telling me is that it's our turn again. Can you sense the change in the spiritual atmosphere? Can you feel the change in the spiritual atmosphere? Prepare to truly leave the past behind and embrace that which is being made ready for your future. You have endured the difficulties of the present time and have trusted in me nonetheless. That trust will be rewarded. Continue to stand strong in faith. 2 Chronicles 15:7. But you be strong and do not let your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. Folks, you know, that's just short of something else I've dreamed about, we've heard about. And that is when we go to and be in front of God, that God will say to you, well done, my good and faithful servant, well done. To me, what this is saying is that, you know, we've gone through all the trials and we've gone through tribulations, and we don't always know what the tribulation is all about. But usually God is not making a mistake, even in our tribulation. There's a scripture, Romans 5:5 talks about your but not that's not the one I'm thinking about. I'm talking about glory and tribulation, because tribulation worketh patience, patient hope, and hope is not something to be ashamed of. That's Romans, the first part of Romans 5. And I've been quoting that scripture for many, many years, because we've all had to endure tribulation. We've all had to suffer through tribulation. But I believe the word of God has also been holding me up when he says, after you have suffered for a while, if you don't faint, you shall reap if you don't faint. And that's a part of that faith move. When you're going through what we're going through, and you just believe that you're going to make it through, that God is going to make a way to get you through. That's just believing, because he said in his word, if we would have the faith of a grain of a mustard seed, and if he just wants us to have some faith, just believe that he is, and he will, and he has, and he is preparing us for something that's greater than what we are in right now. I'm looking out the window right now. I'm looking at how ugly the day is. One of the ugliest days I've ever seen in my life, in terms of just as ugly as, I've got to get out and get in it today. I'm getting ready to get out there and get it. But when I read this morning, it brought a tear to my eye, because I have endured a lot, and if you look at my page from a couple of days ago, I talked about my relationships and having to leave some folks behind, that it's always hard for me to move forward and leave folks behind. I always have a certain kind of feeling or an anxiety that I have when it's time for me to move on. And these people that are with me can't go, when the people that are with me are not going to make the trip that I'm getting ready to make. And God is telling me to cut it loose, leave it alone. You can't make the trip with the baggage that you have. Okay. And sometimes God will just make you strip that baggage off so that you can get through where he's trying to make you go. And sometimes, I've seen this trick where somebody will put their hand through a hole, and then you grab hold of something, and then you're holding it, and then you try to bring your hand back out, and you can't get your hand back out, because the only way that you're going to get your hand back out of that hole is to let go. And then your hand can slide right out. That's what he's telling me. Let not your hand be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. I believe that God is doing a new thing right now. I can feel it even right now all over my body. We've been just sitting here believing God through all that we do. People say, Kenny, how do you run your company? I say, the only thing I can say is believe God. And it's not just believing him with your words. It's also believing him with your money, believing him with your time, believing him when things don't look like it's going to go right. Even when your mind tells you it's not going to go right, you get a place where you can change your mind to make you understand that even though it looks bad today, even though it looks very, very bad today, tomorrow is a new day. I'm not going to make no permanent decision about no temporary situations, and even when it's very, very good, when things are very good on the other side. See, that's been one of my problems in the past, is when life is so good, I let my guard down and allow myself to be partake or be in the environment of things I have no business being in. And then that vexes your spirit instead of it growing. Ooh, that's good. See, I'm going to have to go back and look at that myself, because you know what? God is speaking to me right now. He may be speaking through me, but I know that I can feel him speaking to me. And I've been praying about some things for a long time. One, obviously, is my company and building the company, where it is a company where we have people that have certain roles that they play in my company. And I just pray for them. I pray for all of them that are working with me right now in the roles that they're in, that they would prosper and that they would be in health. And even as they, we financially make another move. I'm praying for all of my staff today. I'm praying for all of my family today. I'm praying for you guys that are watching today, because you know what? I believe that this Wisdom Wednesday show has been a true blessing to me. If it's not blessed anybody else, I can tell you that it has truly, truly, truly blessed me, because I get to go back and see what God has done or see what he has talked about on these shows. And I am so grateful to God that even in spite of whatever other people may think, that I believe that he's using me. He's showing me that he is magnificent, and that, everything that's good is for us. And that if we would only believe that God is going to make a way, especially when it looks like there's no way. That's when God wants to know, do you believe me? When it looks like there ain't no way out, I'm just going to believe God anywho. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my word today. Can you sense the change in the spiritual atmosphere? Can you sense the change in the spiritual atmosphere? Prepare to truly leave the past behind and embrace that which is being made ready for your future. You have endured difficulties of the present time and have trusted in me nonetheless. That trust will be rewarded. That trust will be rewarded. Continue to stand strong in faith. Stand strong in faith. Continue to stand strong in faith. But you be strong and do not let your hands be weak. For for your work shall be rewarded. The work we do is going to be rewarded, and I'm just so grateful. In fact, right now, I'm a little misty because right before I came on, I got a call from a very good friend of mine. In fact, I'll just tell you, she was my very first escrow officer on the very first deal that I ever did in real estate 34 or 5 years ago. She was the loan officer, and she called me today just a few minutes before I came on air, and we were talking about someone who needs some help, one of the senior citizens in our community who needs some help, and I've been there for them many, many, many times already. Her daughter called me from Virginia early this morning, and I have to go over there and see about her, go over there and make sure that she's taken care of, make sure she's not being taken advantage of. Someone has come to her home and told her that her house is falling off the foundation. And my question is, what authority or what expertise do you have to tell this? And I'm going to call her mother because I take care of the mothers. Okay. When you get down to this kind of stuff, you got to pass the Kenny Session test. And if you can pass that test, then maybe the house going to fall. But if you can't pass my test, then guess what? You might as well keep it pushing. And that's where I'm headed now. I am so grateful that my friend called me and she said, Kenny, I'm not going to call her name. She trusts you, man. I say, man, that is beyond what money can buy when people say they can trust you with their affairs. And I've been entrusted with a lot of our senior citizens' affairs because I don't want them. I don't want your money. I don't want your house. I don't want nothing out your house. I don't want nothing from you. What I need is just right here. I want my reward to be right here where God is talking about. He said he knows my reward. Continue to be strong, for your work shall be rewarded. That's what I want. I want that reward right there. I don't need your grandmama money. I don't need no money that fell out your pocket and I seen it fall out. I don't need nothing out your house. What I need this reward right here, this reward that God talking about, that he getting ready to give me this reward, because I've been out here busting my tail, not for necessarily for me, because I work really, really hard and y'all see me all the day. But part of that has to do with trying to help y'all. Y'all don't make it real easy to help y'all. That's why a whole lot of folks don't do it on the level that I'm doing it right now, because y'all wear it, brother, out. Physically, mentally, financially, helping our people is some of the hardest work I've ever done in my life, but it is also the most rewarding. It is the most rewarding. It's more than money. It's more than any of that. Okay. And this is what I want. Can you see the change in the spiritual atmosphere? Prepare to truly leave the past behind and embrace that which is being ready for your future. You have endured difficulties of the present time and have trusted in me nonetheless. That trust will be rewarded. That trust will be rewarded. I was just talking about this woman who trusts me with her real estate matters and other things for that matter. And I'm on my way to her house. And then just as soon as I get off of here, I'm going over to check on mother, and I'm going to go check the foundation of her house myself. I'm going to go over there. We're going to be talking to her. We also talking to some people about finding a way to get her a ramp put into the back of her house, because mother is weak right now, and she needs to be able to, they're having to carry her in and out of the house, and that ain't cool. So I'm going over there to look at some solutions to help my mother get a ramp put in the house. I've got friends that have called me today that are helping me put this together. Like I said, one of my very first escrow officer called me a few minutes ago, and she knows the people, she knows the family, and I know the family, and we just kind of are putting our heads together to see what we do to help mother and make sure that mother don't get ripped off. That's really what we're here to do, is to be that barrier between her and the world that's trying to take advantage of her. So I don't know where I got that from today, but I just want to tell you, this is the word for the day, and it's for you. Can you sense the change of the spiritual atmosphere? Prepare to truly leave the past behind and embrace that which is being made ready for your future. You have endured the difficulties of the present time and have trusted in me nonetheless, That trust will be rewarded. Continue to stand strong in faith, but ye be strong and do not let your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. That's all I want to hear God say is, well done, my good and faithful servant, well done. That's worth more than money. There's more than anything, reward. I just want to be healthy. Lord, if I'm going to ask for something, I just want to be healthy. I want to have extra toilet paper at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I think we got a whole 12 pack that I just went and got. So long as we got toilet paper up in here, I'm being rewarded, because I don't want none of them kind of situations that toilet paper will wipe out. Okay, what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, I'm just coming on today. This is my Wisdom Wednesday. I'm hoping you feel it. I'm hoping you can really, really feel it. And also let me just say right now, I am our advocate. Okay, when you guys have problems in your real estate, or you're behind on your payments, or you don't know what to do, you're trying to get a forbearance, or you're trying to get something done and you just need somebody to talk to, you can call my number, 510-568-4200, and I will return every phone call. I don't want your house. I want to be here because I need this reward. I'm working for the reward, y'all. I don't need what you got for me. I need what God got for me. Okay, and I need y'all to keep praying that God would open up the windows and pour out some blessings that are we ain't even prepared to receive. Okay, because so then I can help more people and do more things and help more people and hire more people to come and help me do what I do. Okay, but that's my Wisdom Wednesday today, y'all. Hey, can you sense the change in the spiritual atmosphere? Prepare to truly leave the past behind and embrace that which is made ready for your future. You have endured difficulties. You have endured difficulties of the past time and have trusted in me nonetheless. That trust will be rewarded. Continue to stand strong in faith. 2 Chronicles 15:7. But you, being strong, and do not let your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. That's what I'm working for, y'all. You can't pay me. You can't pay me more than that. I just want to be rewarded for the work that I do. I want to have my kids and my grandkids to have longevity of life. I want to be able to live like as long as my grandparents did, because I had grandparents that reached over 100. For the work that they did in the community. And that's what we're here to do. Y'all just happen to write me a check at the end of what I do. If there's a check involved, I want it. And so That's what we're here to do. We're a community company. We're going to be expanding. I just know that God has his hand on us. And even when it ain't look like we're making money, I was telling somebody the other day, man, we've been working our tails off. We've been busting tail, and we have not really made very much money in the pandemic. Can I just be real with y'all? Let's keep it 100. We ain't made that much money, but I'm still making that payroll. You know, we got a bunch of folks that's working for me and get paid every week, whether I make a dime or not. And I just want to say praise be to God that we can continue to hire and expand and feed families and let folks be happy and just be an example in our community that we can do good and make money at the same time. We are a 100% African-American owned company. You're looking at the owner as we speak. Session Real Estate, I own all the shares in the company at this point. We are looking to potentially at some point sell a portion of the shares of the company. We were there one other time where we were going to sell off about 30%, and and then we lost it all. So the value of the company went to zero, right when we were valued at like $6-7 million, and then from there to almost nothing overnight. You've endured the difficulties of the present time and have trusted me nonetheless, trusted to come back, knowing that God ain't done, knowing that what he did for me was like a blessing. The fact that they took all that it took from me was a huge blessing for me. You know why? Because now at 58 years old, I feel like I'm starting brand new. I feel like I got the energy of a 25-year-old because I got something to prove. Why am I proving it? I want to prove to my people that if you just trust God and you believe what he tells you, and if you just have faith, no matter what it looks like, no matter how it feels, you just continue to believe God, that he said in his word, he will reward you. And if he don't reward you, guess what? You might as well take the whole word and just tear the whole thing up and throw it away because it ain't worth the pages it's written on. But if you can believe that the reward is coming your way, just keep doing what you do. Keep believing God. Women, don't believe me. Don't believe your mama, your daddy, your cousin, because ain't nothing on this earth going to be able to get you where God is taking you. He's the only one. And if you really believe it, just wait until you can hear his voice. Ask him. So let me hear what you got to say, God, and watch him break you off a little something proper. That's my Wisdom Wednesday today. I hope it blesses somebody today. Let go of the past. You know, what happened yesterday don't mean nothing. The fact that you lost everything last week don't mean that you can't get it all back next month. You know what I'm saying? The fact that, you know, all we got to do is just keep trusting God. That's the number one thing. You have to believe that he is. If you can't believe that God is really real, then you know what? You're in trouble. You know, because there's a whole lot of folks out there that just don't believe God is for real. You know, and those are the ones that I'm going to talk to today. Those that don't believe God is real, keep watching. Okay, because I'm gonna confess it everywhere I go. Because I ain't scared. I am not scared to love God. I ain't scared to be who I am. I ain't scared to walk these streets and do anything I choose to do because he's given me freedom to be and do and go and come and be. You know, and that's the life I want to do, is a free life, a life that is led by God, that has been corrected by God. Because trust me, he done slapped me all over my head so many times I ain't had no choice but to believe, because it hurt. You know, when somebody be hitting you in your head and you can feel it, it's like, you know what, okay. Why you hitting me all up in my head like that? Hitting me in my pocket like, wait a minute. There gotta be a God. If you doing me like that, God, why you be doing me like that? I be hearing that God. He said, cause I'm making you, getting you ready for something. Okay, maybe knocking you in your head. You know, you lose it all 10 years ago, so you can come back and rebuild a monster. Okay, one that will not be stopped nor denied. You know, somebody said it the other day, when I make up my mind to make it happen, it's over. You might as well go put your money on me. Don't bet on nothing else. I'm going to tell you, I'm a sure thing. You got some money, put it on this right here, because I'm coming so hard to the paint. We ain't going to have to play the game. We're going to sit on the sidelines and watch the game be played and coach. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, thank you for coming through today. I hope my Wisdom Wednesday just blessing y'all or somebody. I know it blessed me, because it said, can you sense the change in the spirit, the atmosphere? Prepare to truly leave the past behind and embrace that which is being made ready for your future. We have endured the difficulties of the present time and have trusted in me nonetheless. You have trusted in him nonetheless. That trust will be rewarded. Continue to stand strong in faith. 2 Chronicles 15:7. But you be strong and do not let your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. Hey, y'all, thanks for coming through this week. That's going to bless me. I'm going to let that sit with me for a while. I hope it sits with you. Peace be to you guys. Continue to watch us. Continue to do business with us. So continue to refer people to us that want to buy homes. Continue to send us senior citizens to us that need a word. Continue to, you got problems in your estate or you don't really know what to do. That number right there is a toll-free number you can call. And if the services that we have to provide are not, there's no fee to be charged on them, or when we will not be charging for consultations. But if you need to buy a house or sell a house, we charge for that. Okay, but consultations and being here to be an ear for you to help you make it through the tough times, we are here for you. 510-568-4200. Kenny Session. I am out. Peace.